In this lesson, we're going to look at significant figures. And by the end of it, you should be able to know how to round off your numbers, how to count significant figures, and how to choose the correct number of significant figures to put your answer to whenever you're stating it. So first off, counting the significant figures. To count the significant figures, you first start from the leftmost digit, that is 1 or higher, and you count up to the desired amount. And then after that, you simply replace the remaining numbers with zeros. So, for example, we can see this number 133,241. We can simply count these to three significant figures. We start from this number here, which is first 1, then 2, then 3, and we'll have a cutoff point right here. And after this cutoff point, we simply replace the numbers with zeros throughout, and we end up with the number 133000. Now pay attention to the fact that we add these three zeros in here. And watch this example. We have this number here 0.000132421. And we're writing it to three significant figures. We cannot count from here. This is a zero significance, zero significance, zero significance, zero significance. This here is 1, this here is 2, this here is 3 significant figures. So that means our cutoff point is right here. The number directly after the cutoff point is 4, and we're going to replace these with zeros here, and zeros here. But these three zeros have no significance to the number itself. So we don't have to put it in, and we just simply have to state 0.000132 and leave out the remainder of zeros. When we're rounding off the numbers, notice that previously we didn't deal with very large numbers. Because when you're rounding off numbers, you have to make sure that after the cutoff point, if the number there is 5 or higher, you have to add 1 to the number before the cutoff point. So let's see what that means. For the example, we use 656541, and we're counting again three significant figures. So this here will be the first, the second, and then the third. And our cutoff point will be right here. So the number after the cutoff point is a 5. That means we have to add 1 to the number before the cutoff point. 6 and 1 is 7. So we have 657, and we replace the remainder of numbers here with zeros. So we have 0, 0, 0. In the next example, we have 0.0002135. As I said, we start from the first number, that is 1 or higher, 4 significant figures. This is the first significant, second, and the third. We have to cut off at this point. Since we're cutting off at this point, the number directly after is 5 or higher. Well, it is 5, so we simply add 1 to the number before the cutoff point. 3 plus 1 is 4. So we have 0.000214, and that's three significant figures. Let's look at this third example. We have to count to three significant figures as well. So this here will be the first, 1. This here will be the second, 2. And this here will be the third, 3. And this here will be the cutoff point. And the number right after is not higher, not 5 or higher, so we simply leave it as it is. Replace these with zeros, and we don't have to put in these extra zeros at the end of it. So we end up with these 1.00. Notice that the number afterwards here is zeros, and we still count these as significant. Alright? Remember, you are starting the count from the first number, that is 1 or higher. Alright? Just because the number right after it is a 0 doesn't mean we don't count it. We still count it because the starting count was over here. Next, we have to choose the best significance to write our answers to. And when we are choosing the best significance, just remember to choose the answer with the lowest precision. Alright, so let's say, for example, you have a question that says you want to state the area of a rectangle and you have sides 2.1 and 3.75. Notice that this one here is 2 significant figures and this one here is 3 significant figures. The lowest precision is the 2 significant figures. So we will choose the 2 significant figures to state our answer. Notice when we do the product, this is our answer, 7.875. But the least significance is 2, so we use 2 significant figures when we're stating the final answer. The reason we do this is because you cannot have a value that is, you cannot have an answer that is higher in precision to a measurement that you take. So this is a measurement that you take, this is a measurement that you take. So you cannot have your answer, which is this, having a precision that is higher than the least precise value, which is 2. Notice here we can't use this, and this is 3 decimal places. This has a higher precision than even this, so we cannot use this 7.875. we have to use this 7.9 cm squared, and you should always do this whenever you're stating an answer. So if you have any questions or comments, you can simply send me a message or leave it with the video. Thank you.